What's up, good people, and welcome back to the channel. There's a story that is going viral about a pottery studio in Chicago. And the reason this particular story struck a chord with me is because today is my birthday. I'm recording on my birthday. And for the past couple weeks, had been looking for an activity to do with my friends, something, around something artistic. I was thinking painting, pottery, landed on candle making. But anyway, the thing that stood out about this particular story is that this location, this studio, was one of them that I was researching. And it was one of my top choices before I decided to go with candle making instead. So let's take a look at the experience of this Black woman who was a regular attendee of this particular pottery studio. And let's see what she has to say about her most recent experience with the manager and the owner.
You want to tell me to get my ugly ass out your shop now? Oh, you don't want to say it now because you're on camera, because you told me to get your ugly ass out your shop. What? Is that what you just said?
Let's take a video of this. I'm not saying anything.
Oh, you don't want to say it because you're on camera now, right? How you just snatched something out of my hand and you're the owner of this place? I think the worst part is knowing that I've done business with this man for years, y'all. Years. Like years. And that's what I think hurts the most, because it's like, yo, you may not know me by name personally, but you know me by face because I've been in your class multiple sessions, right? I have never seen this Brittany girl, the manager. I have never seen her, but her voice matches the person that when you call has the nasty customer service. So I feel like she's the same girl that be answering the phone that's super nasty anyway. I just find it funny that she was super nice and kind to the table that was to the right of us, right? That wasn't okay. Right. And then the Hispanic young ladies and me and a couple of African American women, we are the ones where she rolling her eyes and are you in the right class? Are you supposed to be here? I've been here for the whole session. What do you mean am I supposed to be here? And then she walked to the back of the class and like was pointing and rolling her eyes and like taunting. So my mother is with me, right? 60 plus years old. I'm not having that. So I go say something to him like, hey, she's being super rude. I couldn't even tell him what was going on before he just like rolling his eyes and like his whole like posture. So I looked at him. I said, are you okay? Like, what's the problem? Is there a problem? Like, what's the issue? He like, look, I don't give a fuck. Get your ugly black ass out my shop. So I had paper towels in my hand because I was wiping the clay off of my hands. He snatched the paper towels out of my hand. I said, are you serious? Did you just snatch that out of my hands? I can do whatever I want. Oh. Okay, so I'm like, I'm calling the police because you literally just snatched something out of my hand. Now, if I would have tilt over and fell and hurt myself, then you would be liable. So, long story short, y'all, do not go to the Color Factory on Taylor Street. And I promise you, I will never, ever put another dollar in that man's pocket. I'm so glad I got my refund because that was disgusting. And the fact is that when the police showed up, ask me where he was at, y'all. He disappeared. He went out the back door. You did all this talking, but where you at? Where you at? Oh, okay.
So that's this lady's version of the story. I don't know if we're gonna hear more about the owner side of the story. Well, it's Chicago, y'all. Chicago. Anyway, so there's an article that was put out here by the Atlanta Black Star. And according to this article that's titled Yelp It, Chicago pottery studio owner who allegedly told a woman to get her ugly black out of the shop in a viral video wasn't being racist, manager says. Get your ugly black. Okay. The article goes on to say a Black woman took to social media to recount her experience at the pottery studio in Chicago, alleging that the staff displayed rude and discriminatory behavior before asking her to leave the establishment. Now, the studio has attempted to discredit her accusations, sending the Atlanta Black Star surveillance footage but it excludes crucial parts of the encounter. Oh, so the Atlanta Black Star reached out to them like, hey, this is this lady's account of what occurred. And like, no, that's not true. That's not true at all. We got proof. We got surveillance video. And they like, oh, can you send it to us? Yeah, we'll send it to you. It's gonna vindicate us. And then they look at it and they like, where's the vindication? I see the footage, but where's the vindication in the footage? So clearly, we don't have the video here, but clearly it didn't clear them. So Kenya Cook says she's been a long time patron of the Color Cocktail Factory in Chicago, and the owner knows her face from previous classes. But she said a recent class went awry when she encountered a new manager during her pottery session. So Cook told the Atlanta Black Star that she went to a pottery class with her mom and her sister on March 15th, the weekend of St. Patrick's Day. She said that Brittany was friendly and attentive to some of the class members, but was rude and less helpful to Cooks and other Black and Hispanic session patrons. Cook says that Brittany approached her and asked whether she was in the right class, even though she had been there for nearly an hour, and Brittany had seen her. She also said that she saw when the manager walked to the back of the studio and began rolling her eyes at her while appearing to taunt her. Now, I will say that some of this, I was like, is she, some people just, they be on edge. They kind of looking for something. I just wasn't sure the energy behind it. I've worked in customer service before, worked in retail, all that kind of stuff. So sometimes you encounter people that got their own stuff going on as far as your customers and stuff, and then they're just quick to like get set off about anything, sometimes assumptions, etc. So I was giving a little bit of, I wasn't making a decision 100% until the Atlanta Black Star was saying that they sent the surveillance footage and it did not clear them of these accusations. But I was kind of like, okay, her saying the lady rolling her eyes and going to the back and da-da-da. It's kind of like she picking on her. I was like, okay. And where are the other people? It would be nice to have, she was with her mom and her sister. There were other people there. It would be nice if somebody else would have got on camera and be like, yeah, this is unacceptable. Or even in the footage, if you heard the crowd, in an uproar because of the way, like, that's not right. Don't say that, but it's only her account. But, hey, I'm still with her. I'm still with her. So when Cook tried to report the behavior to the owner allegedly told her he didn't care. And then he snatched away a roll of paper towels Cooks was using to clean the clay off of her hands. Cook said the owner told her, I don't give an F, yelp it. Get your ugly black ass out of my shop. That does sound like, I don't think she made that up. I don't give an F, yelp it. He's told people that before. He's definitely told people that before. And get your ugly black ass. That ain't the first time out of my shop. That ain't the first time he's said, get your ugly black ass, or they ugly black ass. That ain't the first time he said that. It ain't the first time he said that. Anyway, Cooks posted a video about her account on TikTok, which went viral and prompted many online accusations. I guess here's the proof of the other people. We didn't get it from the people attending, I guess, that day, but we'll see. We ain't gonna say in this video because I ain't look. But I'm wondering under the comments on her TikTok video if there are comments from anyone who was at the class that evening. That would be great to know. So anyway, Cooks posted a video about her experience, which went viral and prompted many online accusations from the studio of racism and discrimination, and leaving an influx of negative reviews on Yelp. Well, he said, Yelp it. I don't give an F or Yelp it. And they said the site ended up shutting off the reviews section for the studio's webpage. This is going to be interesting to see how this goes. Is this going to be now only a MAGA-only pottery barn? Pottery studio. Says now the studio disputes the allegations, stating that what transpired between the owner and Cooks resulted in a poor customer service experience, but was not a racial encounter. So they're saying it resulted in a poor customer service experience. So they're admitting that it was a poor. Okay, let's keep going. So the Atlanta Black Star talked to the manager, Brittany, who sent Brittany, the one who sent this footage. Brittany, who sent the surveillance footage from that day, She claimed that she only interacted with Cooks once. She said she noticed her standing at the front of the studio and didn't know if another staff member had helped her. So she approached her to ask whether she was at the studio for a class, which Cooks confirmed. Okay. At some point during the class, a table full of Hispanic women had broken some pottery pieces, and Brittany went over to help them. She noticed Cooks staring at her while she was helping the women. She went to the back of the studio and told the owner that Cooks was staring at her in a way that made her uncomfortable. How many times have we heard this, y'all? Are we back in the early 1800s or late 1800s? That lady made me feel uncomfortable, sir. Get her out of here. It was a Color Purple. I want you to be my driver. I want you to be my maid. It was what ain't that what she told Oprah? What was Oprah's character? I forgot in Color Purple. I want you to be my maid. I ain't gonna be nobody's maid. Then she gets hit with the gun. Yeah, all that. But anyway, let me get back on track. She went to the back of the studio and told the owner that, no, let me start this over because this is so much here. It's full, and I was not trying to make this video real long, but anyway, it's just so much here. This little piece here tells you the whole thing. At some point during the class, a table full of Hispanic women had broken some pottery pieces. That's fine. Brittany went over to help them. That's fine. But then she noticed that Cooks was staring at her while she was helping the women. Maybe she's staring because, like, well, I hope she's gonna come to us finally after she done helping them because she has not talked to me since she asked me if I was in the right class. Now you guys are engaged in an activity and you have still not interacted with Cooks and her people. And you are the instructor. Hello? Why wouldn't she be like, are we here? What's happening? Can you see me? I've been in those situations. Some of us have been in those situations. Anyway, so instead of Brittany going over to say, hey, is there anything I can help you with? How things going with you guys? Do you have all your supplies? Whatever. Instead of doing that, she runs to the back she says she went to the back of the studio and told the owner that Cooks was staring at her in a way that made her feel uncomfortable. So she tried smiling at her to be friendly. Why you ain't go over there and say, hey, how are you doing? Is everything going well for you? You need anything? So this got to be the part where Cook said she was at the back giving me crazy looks, taunting me. She was afraid of, Brittany was afraid of, and in Chicago, but I don't mean that. Trust me, I don't mean that. I'm from Chicago, just because you didn't know. Born and raised. Oh, I know this. Oh, I know these situations all so well. Anyway, Brittany said that Cooks got up from her table, charged towards the owner, and loudly and aggressively vocalized her complaint about the manager's behavior. She claims that Cooks was drunk and picking a fight and was aggressive towards us. Y'all know Black women aggressive in general. You know how Black women are. Just their tone of their voice is very aggressive. Let them tell it. That's a joke for some of y'all ain't gonna get it. It's a joke. It ain't a joke, but being sarcastic. So this is crazy. This is absolutely insane. This really is just proving everything that Cooks was saying, in my opinion. Y'all let me know in the comments what you feel about this. The other piece of this, though, is Cooks had attended the class, she said, multiple times, or had been there for different classes multiple times. If she wasn't behaving like this in the multiple times over years, from what she was saying in the video, it's Brittany, bitch. It's Brittany, bitch. That's the difference. She felt away. She was being treated away by Brittany, who clearly has some issues with people who are other than her. There are people like that. They're uncomfortable because you're an other and they haven't been around others often at all or at all interacted with. I need to know Brittany's history. Where are you from, Brittany? Brittany said that Cooks got her from, okay, we read that part loudly. Then, however, so then it goes on to say, however, the video evidence revealed that Cook never charged at anyone. So why would you say she charged you and then you're going to send the surveillance video that prove you a liar? The Black woman casually walked over to the owner. No evidence reflects the allegation of the Black woman being drunk. Wow, so she just lying. Well, clearly, Cooks wasn't drunk too, because Crooks was literally sitting in her car recording. You heard no slurred speech. She glanced, she flashed the camera in her face a little bit real quick. Did not appear to be a person who was intoxicated at all. Now, just because she might have, this is a place where you can BYOB and all that, don't mean she was drunk. Wow. Wow, Brittany. Well, you're trying to save your reputation. Okay, and a now deleted post from the studio's Facebook page shows the manager telling another version of the events of the encounter between her and Cooks last month. Brittany claims seeing Cooks allegedly triggered some post-traumatic stress from her alleged assault by Black women at the pot. Here we go. Here we go. Now, I knew it was something more to this. We're getting to the root of it. Y'all know I love to get to the root of stuff. Brittany claimed that seeing Cooks allegedly triggered some post-traumatic stress from an alleged assault by Black women at a Pottery barn studio. I'm sorry, I keep saying that. At a Pottery studio in December of 2023. So clearly, she's had other incidents with Black women, probably because of the way she treats them or doesn't treat them, but treats other people around them like letting them know they less than. Brittany got some issues, y'all. Brittany got some issues. In the post, Brittany stated that Cooks verbally attacked her and displayed racist behavior towards her. But Atlanta Black Star has found no evidence of this. Oh, I can't read this article. It's too blurry. Well, their post, and it's way too long. I'm not reading this. Oh, God, it's way too long. Oh, Lord. Okay, I'm going to read it. Jesus, why it's so long? All right, here's Brittany's version. Jesus. I did not think this was going to be a long video. What time? Ooh, Jesus, it's a long video. Anyway, let's get through it. So now I think this is Brittany's account, but her version of the story. This is what they were referring to. So now let's continue to talk about the incident that happened on March 15th of 2025. As we care about our customers and we want everyone to understand that there are several sides to every story. After this woman verbally attacked me in the studio after I asked her if she needed any help, she continued to stare at me. It made me very uncomfortable, and I didn't understand the situation, so I was moving clay from one side of the studio to the other. I smiled at her. I felt so uncomfortable, and I had no idea what to do. To be honest, my PTSD from being beaten and abused 2 years ago was kicking in. I was on the verge of a panic attack. Wow. So I went back to the owner and tried to make a joke out of the situation and said, wow, this woman really hates me for some reason. So I smiled at her. It was at this moment that this lady started walking towards me aggressively. And I'm a smaller person, about half her size. Now we're going to throw a little insight in here. The owner, knowing what had happened to me in my past, stepped in front of me to protect me. This woman then started to slander me and started making false accusations and telling a story that never occurred. She started to get loud and started to tell lies about me. The owner then matched her energy to again protect me so that I did not end up in the hospital like I did in December of 2023. I do not know about what occurred with him making a comment about her appearance. Okay, but he matched her energy. You were standing there, he was protecting you, he was in front of you. But now this part, you conveniently don't know what occurred about him making any comments about her appearance. I was not there, but from everything I saw, the owner again was trying to protect me from someone. But say, get your ugly black ass out of here. But from everything I saw, the owner again was trying to protect me from someone that was showing racism towards me. The only interaction I had with this group of people, let me change this voice. I'm sorry, it's too much to read. I got to entertain myself. Because it sounds like something off a plantation. The missus on the plantation, the black field folk acting up. Or she don't want them near her. She got her pretty clothes on. Their skin color might rub off on it. Says, the only interaction I had with this group of people was to ask her if she needed help because she was standing by the window. Where, okay, let me not do the voice. It's not gonna work. I'm sorry, working in real time. We have all of this on camera. And even if you watch the videos, you will see that I have not said anything to them, as I did not talk to a single one of them of this group. Brittany, you're telling on yourself, girl, because it was not my class. Oh, now it wasn't your class. What? Okay, hold on. The one comment I made was asking if they needed help, and this is what happened. It wasn't her class, so why? Okay. Some ain't adding up. A lot ain't adding up. Who this long? And it goes on to say, it is with a heavy heart that this is happening to us. What? And when we attempted to respond via Google, the response was taken down because it was so long. Like this damn message, girl. You trying to over-explain something? Something ain't right. There was an unfortunate incident this weekend, and these are the facts. To our amazing customers, we are not racist or discriminatory. We can direct, but you describing discriminatory behavior. You saying based on your situation 2 years ago, with whatever happened, well, almost nearly 2 years ago, with some other group of people who happened to be of the same race as Cooks was, you already felt the ways about her. You admitted that in this. Her look, the way she looking at you, her, and then you go telling your manager versus talking to her. I don't know, she don't like me for some reason. Doing all that to her, but you don't, because that's discriminatory. Because it wasn't based on her, it was based on your PTSD. You said this, Brittany. Bitch. No. We can be direct and we can sometimes come off as rude when enforcing policy, but we do this to everyone because assholes come in every color. Okay. But we are not racist. In this, Brittany, you are not helping the situation. Where's the owner? The owner should be in control of who Brittany posting. Well, he obviously he ain't got good sense either, so oh well. Good luck to y'all. You won't get my money, me or my group that I was going to bring. Anyway, in this post, I talk about an incident that occurred in December of 2023 when I was physically attacked by 3 Black women. We were holding a private dildo, a private dildo event for the group of 20 women in December of 2023. They do have a dildo making class, pottery. I did see that on the list of classes. We gave them their own room and their own speaker and 2 instructors because we wanted them to have fun and not have to worry about the side eyes of a bunch of women making a lot. Wait, hold on. We gave them their own room and their own speaker and 2 instructors because we wanted them to have fun and not have to worry about the side eyes for a bunch of women making a large penises. We wanted to protect them. Their event was supposed to be only 2 hours. After 2 hours and 40 minutes, and multiple asking them to turn the music down, they refused to leave. We left them alone and told them if they do not leave, we will file a police report. I stated this and stood my ground against 3 drunk Black women in front of about 50 customers and 3 staff that night. One of the women grabbed me by the hair, pulled me forward, kneeling me on the stomach, and attempted to break my arm. I had to go to the ER after this and have documented medical evidence of this. The owner stepped in, as well as a Black female customer swooped in and grabbed me and held me against her as she started screaming at these girls, "Why are you doing this? She's a nice lady. Why did this Black customer do this?" Because I had been helping her and her family and friends for the entirety of her class. The way she is positioning this and retell, I want to hear the other people's version of the story, this other group, because if she was just an amazing host and doing her job and giving great customer service, I don't just see them attacking her. And she's claiming because they went over their time. I could just see her giving energy that she later learned out was not good energy to give to Black people you don't know. Or in her mind, she thinks all Black people, but some will take the BS. Some will grab you up by the head and pull you down and try to break your arm. Why did this Black customer do this? Because I had been helping her and her family and friends for the entirety of her class. Brittany ain't even so not only is Brittany slow, has low emotional intelligence, but she clearly has educational lacks as well, because she ain't proofread this at all. This is just run-on sentences and crank. Anyway, let's get through this. We're almost done. I still remember this class this woman was taking, and the proof she made it was an adorable little piglet jewelry dish, and she was, I think, supposed to be excited about her piece because she said exited. This Black woman saved my life and threw herself in the middle of 3 women to protect me because I had been kind to her. I urge you all to do your research. Look into the police report that was down where I was assaulted by 3 women. I will make a second post to continue this story. Second post. Anyway, that was Brittany's part of. We ain't got time for all that. Brittany. I got all time for all that. So back to the article from the Atlanta Black Star. So it goes on to say, surveillance video from the studio shows that Cook's initial interaction with Brittany was friendly and calm. The footage also shows the moment Cooks walked towards the back of the studio to complain to the owner. Not only does she not charge at the owner as Brittany claimed, the video notably doesn't include the moment that the owner snatched the items away from Cooks. Atlanta Black Star has not received any clips that correspond with that portion of events. Video evidence briefly shows when Cooks first interact and spoke with the owner, but it is unclear what she said to her. Viewers can hear Cooks ask him to repeat his alleged profanities, saying that he called her an ugly ass. In her social video post, she said he called her an ugly Black ass. So Brittany admits that the owner swore at Cooks and called her an ugly ass, asked her to leave the shop, and took paper towels from her, but disputes that any racial remarks or statements pointing to Cook's background were made. Okay, so Brittany of course she ain't gonna tell on her boss if he is clearly trying to act like this was not an aggressive situation from their side. And it's interesting that the video does not show him snatching the paper towels from Cooks. Now, what they didn't say was, with Cooks walking over to him, did she have the paper towels? And then all of a sudden she don't have them. So that means it was edited. But we don't really need that, because Brittany is attesting to the fact that, yes, in fact, the owner did snatch the paper towels from her. So why is that part of the footage not in the video surveillance y'all sent? Because you cut it out. What else you cut out? This ain't looking good for y'all. So Brittany goes on to say, should he have cursed at her? No, Brittany told the Atlanta Black Star, adding that the situation could have been handled differently. The owner is from Iran and has been discriminated against. That don't mean nothing. Anyway, I'm of Hispanic descent and I've also faced discrimination. Also doesn't mean anything. People can go to our Instagram and see we serve customers of many races. That don't mean nothing either. That don't mean nothing. Cooks challenged the studio's version of the event, stating that the owner did refer to her racial background when he told her to leave the studio. She's quoted as saying, "For me, it was triggering and it was racial." She says, "I'm not sure. We all have bad days, and that's fine to have a bad day. But there's a difference between having a bad day and being a nasty person," Cook stated. And that's why I advocated so hard, because I didn't want another Black woman or Black man for that matter to go to the establishment and spend their money for that experience. And for that, Cooks, I thank you, because I was going to be one of those Black men giving them my money, me and my other Black male friends. So long to that. They ain't gonna see that. Says in her now viral video, Cooks included screenshots showing several failed charges that the studio made to her bank account. Oh, they tried to charge her. You gotta watch them for that too. They tried to charge her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Oh, and that's after she got a refund. So they refunded her on the 15th and then went to trying to charge the card 6 more times. Wow. Wow. Oh, they did it. According to Brittany, Cooks and her party stayed at the studio after the class was over. So she told Cooks that she would have to charge her for the next pottery session if she and her party didn't leave before the class started. Brittany charged $250 because she thought 5 people were part of Cook's party when Cooks was only with her mother and sister. Oh, and they overcharged her. Cook said that she told the staff members she wouldn't leave until the police showed up, which took a while. Goes on to say, when the officer arrived, Cooks said he recommended she post about her experience on social media or a review site and report the studio to the Better Business Bureau. That's when Cooks decided to leave reviews on Facebook and Yelp and post a video online. She said that the manager or the owner never personally reached out to her to apologize. She also discovered multiple reviews and bad customer experiences with the manager, Brittany, who also posted harsh replies to customer reviews. See, this would be fun. We probably gonna continue this. I'll see how I feel. We might come back and read the reviews. If Brittany would have, y'all let me know in the comments. That's how we'll decide. Let me know in the comments and we can do that as a live show. That's when Cooks decided to leave a review on Facebook and Yelp and post an online video. She said the manager or the owner never personally reached out to her to apologize. She also discovered multiple reviews about bad customer experiences with the manager, Brittany, who also posted harsh replies to customer reviews. She was quoted as saying, "If Brittany would have sent me a message to apologize for my experience, I would have deleted the video and it wouldn't have ever had the opportunity to go viral." This one, when your pride get in the way, it takes you deeper. Trust me, I know. Not in this way, not from a discrimination level, but just from life stuff. I know personally. Anyway, the name of the place that we need to avoid is the Color Cocktail Factory in Chicago. Is that the actual name? I feel like it was different, but maybe it was. Is that the name of a Color Cocktail? I think it was. Let me double check though. Actually, if it's different, I'll put it on the screen. How about we just do that? Because I need to get on out of here. Anyway, with that, if you haven't as of yet, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for more content like this. And let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this story? Are you on the side of the Color Cocktail Factory in Chicago and Brittany, bitch? Or are you on the side of Kenya Cooks? And have you had any experiences like this yourself? Either way, let me know in the comment section below. And until next time, until I upload the next video, make sure to take care and be blessed. Peace.